Okay, first and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to the true and living power, which is Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the true name of His only begotten Son. There is no God beside them. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who definitely rule well. And honor citations to the hopeful elect. The Wadi Yahweh Shai for another lesson. It's going to be real quick. Kind of like a follow-up to the last lesson I just did, which is, praying is like spiritual exercise. So we got to we got to stay in spiritual shape. If you don't exercise in the flesh, you lose all that muscle that you built. You lose your, lung capacity to be able to sprint, and your durability. Even your heart being able to pump at such a rate, like you lose all of that if you stop exercising, and then you begin to gain weight and all that type of shit. So in order to continue to stay in shape, continue to stay healthy, I have to continue to do your exercises. So it goes with the same thing in spirit. Kind of like the same thing, because spirit is more serious. It's just like in a metaphor, analogy. All right. So once again, praying is like a spiritual exercise, and we have to spiritually stay in shape to be able to hang ultimately. Because the scriptures speak upon how 1 Corinthians 9th chapter, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So even Luke 9:62, which one of you pretty much let me grab it. Actually, yeah, putting your hand to the plow, looking back, you're not fit ultimately for the kingdom. So, it takes shape to work that plow. You got to be in shape, man. To do that hard laborious work, you got to be in shape. To be dealing with oxen, doing that farm work, you got to be in shape, man. So how much more to be able to do it in the spirit? Got to be in shape to do the spiritual work, which comes from prayer. So anyway, without further ado, this is Philippians 2:12. This is, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence. And this reminds me, man, of how it is going out there in the highways and byways doing our lessons, versus being away from each other, away from the highways and byways, off lesson. What are we doing? Are we still obeying? Because we see them, man. Like, we see like the waves of Fallout Boys, and how Saturday weekend warriors that'll obey during the weekend, and they super duper on fire, and right. So they're obeying and sorry, they're obeying in presence, but not in absence. And in absence shows the true character, of course. In the absence is going to show what's really good, because Yahweh Shai is going to be able to see that. Now let me do this real quick. Let me get it here. Philippians 2 And on this one, this is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiastes chapter 23, verse 19. It says, I'll get straight to the point. It says, such a man only feareth the eyes of men. See? Can't just be obeying in presence, but then in the absence of the brotherhood, doing whatever the hell. Because such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. So, this is the driving factor of a man that's going to, or of men, that's going to obey in absence as well. You know? Because obeying in presence only, man, that's a fucking phony. You know? It's a phony, man. But you know that if we obeying, the terms of the ministry, repenting, praying, staying in the spirit, doing the works, and that's real right there, pretty much. So let me get back. Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only. And so as you can see, I pulled a point from that, from what the Apostle Paul said here, because he was speaking to sincere brethren. But I brought that in to show forth that you're gonna have them that crept in unawares. Not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So, key word there, to go back to add to my previous lesson, praying is like spiritual exercise. Work out. Keyword work out, man. We gotta work out. Just like how you go to the gym to work out, or wherever, we have to, in spirit, work out. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And the working out in the spirit comes with doing, what it takes to be in good standing with Yahweh Shema Shai and his men as well, which is very important as well. So it consists of, things like praying. Once again, praying is like working out in the spirit. It's an exercise. You know what? Let me show something real quick. Damn, calm. Definition of exercise. Number 1, activity requiring physical effort carried out to sustain or improve health and fitness. So exercise is nothing more than activities. Or number 2, a process or activity carried out for a specific purpose, especially when concerned with a specified area or skill. Like when you in a book, of course they have exercises that shows demonstrations of how to perform or learn a certain skill. Nicole look to exercise 2, 2A, exercise 2Bs, But the point is, it's exercise nothing more than like an activity. Once again, activity requiring physical effort. So prayer literally requires a physical effort to physically do it. And it really magnifies more so as well as exercising your skill. Prayer is a skill, man. It reminds me of I wish I gave away talents, which of course the talent represent money. But now in this new speak, a talent is a gift. A gift is like a skill. So it's literally a gift to have the spirit to pray. It's a skill to have the spirit to pray, man. Like Kyrie has insane dribbling skills. And he's gifted with dribbling skills pretty much. Meaning he's talented with how to dribble. So our talent, our skill, our gift is to be able to understand things in the spirit, man. And connect with the true living power. Right, but it says it's carried out to sustain or improve health and fitness. So we got to carry out these activities to sustain our position in this ministry, because you can lose your position in this ministry, and that's the last thing that we would ever want, ever. So therefore, we got to continue to, work out. And once again, that comes in from like prayer, prophesying, studying to show ourselves approved, reading, blessed is he that readeth, being brotherly, showing forth brotherly love. Brothers may need help, be there to help. Being charitable. Going out in the highways and byways, of course. Repenting. These are all forms of like working out our salvation, man, with fear and trembling. So when we're studying to show ourselves approved, that's a form of us working out our salvation with fear and trembling. Because to not study means, to not be teaching them 100% truth. So that's pretty much it, Once again, work out, work out, man. Doing things, fasting. These are all ways to work out our salvation with fear and trembling. Just like in a gym, you can work out, the treadmill. You got different, numerous activities there to engage in to stay in shape. So same thing here. We got numerous activities to engage in to stay in spiritual shape. Hey, watching the apostles and elders and brothers' lessons. That's a way to work out. But can't be spiritually lazy, not doing nothing. Because this is, it takes a lot, man, So, that's pretty much it. Just like, once again, like, let me get it. To put our hand on the plow, like back then, that ancient work, that farm work, it was fucking hard work. It was hard work, man. Luke 9:62, and Yahweh Shai said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit. It's fit for the kingdom of the Most High. I forgot that was there. It's fit. So stay fit. Stay working out. To stay fit. Because you literally have to be fit to do that plow work. This shit is hard, man. I've done farm work too, man. This shit is hard. It comes by a lot easier if you in shape. So just stay in the spirit ultimately, Lord willing, edifying with that, I'm gonna say shalom.